Hey everybody, so let's look at a great feature of the Deforum Stable Diffusion notebook, which is making videos and animations. So head over to the Deforum Discord server, go to the official links page, and let's make a new copy of the notebook. Save a copy in Drive. And we'll call it animtut, and close any tabs that aren't relevant. You also want to be logged into your Google Drive as well. So let's take a look at how to do video and animation here. Run my environment setup. Since this is a new notebook, you can change your check back to false, as long as you're using a model that you trust. You can set up your path, and while that's working, we'll take a look at the settings. So we're going to go into an animation mode. There's 2D and 3D animation mode. We're going to work in 2D today. 3D doesn't mean that the images will be more three-dimensional. It just means that the movement of the virtual camera will be more three-dimensional, and it gives you additional controls. So let's take a look at these motion parameters. Angle is rotation per frame in degrees, and zoom is zoom of the camera, or flying the camera into the scene in percent. Zoom of 1.04 means that every frame the camera will zoom in 4%. And the 0 colon means starting from frame 0. So starting from frame 0, there will be no rotation of the image. Starting from frame 0, there will be a 4% zoom in per frame. And then you can see here there's a default value in translation X, which we're going to delete, but just to quickly tell you what it means. Starting at frame 0, we're going to take 10 times the sine of 2 pi times the frame number. This letter T refers to the frame number divided by 10. That's going to give a back and forth motion, a horizontal oscillation of the camera. You can just remove that for now, and we'll stick with the default zoom value. The two features that we're going to come back to are the noise schedule and the strength schedule. The noise schedule is how much noise is injected into the image per frame, which causes the AI to create variations within the frame. It defaults to 2% noise. The strength schedule is how much the previous frame of the video will influence the current frame that's being created. And 0.65 is a really good starting value, but that strength schedule can be varied so that there's more change from one frame to the next, or less change from one frame to the next. But right now we're not going to adjust any of that. And that all looks good, so we'll run our animation settings. And then for animation prompts, they're all down here, and the top prompts were ignored. So let me load some prompts in here that I've been working with. Drawing of a city street at night. And the numbers represent the frame number at which this prompt will begin. The other thing we want to set up here is the number of frames. Maximum frames is set to defaults to 1,000. Let's just do 120 frames. That's 10 seconds at 12 frames per second. Rerun the animation settings. So at frame 0, it's going to be this first prompt. At frame 30, it switches to this second prompt. And at frame 60, it will change to this third prompt. I'm going to run these at 1024 by 512. I'll pick a seed. I'm going to knock this down to 25 steps so that my animations process faster. And you can turn the steps back up if you want more detailed renderings, turn them down for quicker but sketchier results. And this does not mean there are going to be 25 steps in every image. It means there's going to be 25 steps in the first image, and then up here, this strength schedule affects also the number of steps that the AI is going to take in rendering each subsequent image. There's going to be fewer steps in each subsequent image. Okay, we've got a seed. And I'm going to iterate, so there's a different seed per frame. I'm going to make a new batch name so it creates a folder for me, although I do already have that folder. Not using any init images at the moment. And we are going to want to create video from the frame, so we're going to uncheck skip video run for all. So make sure those prompts are in and give it a shot. And remember, the first frame is going to take longer because the first frame has a full 25 steps in it. But because of our strength schedule, the subsequent frames are going to have fewer steps. In this case, only 8 steps, so it's going to go much more quickly. So while this is rendering, the easiest place to look at the process is over in your Google Drive. You can see the images pop in as they're created and sort of check in on each frame that's being generated. And you can also go and do other stuff while this is rendering, particularly when you're running longer animations. You might want to make dinner while it's rendering, or do other homework, or whatever you want, because it does take a while. This one looks like it's going to turn out nicely. And so when it's finished, that's where it ended up. Ooh, I like those guys. You can go back over here and create your video from the frames. I like to record the seed number in my video name. 4567. There's the video. Rename it. And download that. And take a look. And if you like it, but you want it to go further, there are tiny little aliens on the window ledge of this building. You can take any video that you've run or any series of images, and by going back to the rename, just copy this long number, the timestamp that's at the beginning of the name. Don't actually rename it, just close it. Go back over here, and let's say we want to do another 120 frames of this one. So we'll take this up to 240 frames. And then down here, at the bottom of this section, we say resume animation from this resume time string and we paste in that number. So when we run this again, it's going to pick up from where we left off. So you can see I've run a couple of other tests here with similar prompts. So let's take a look at some of those. So the first one I ran was with seed 100. That's the same zoom, that's that 4% per frame zoom. That's the default. Then I did the same prompt or a similar prompt but with seed 999. And I got a lot of sky, a lot of empty space in this one, but some really, really nice quality of line in there. And the ending frame is really nice. Get the recognizable NY and these figures and cars and sketches of buildings, quite beautiful. To try to eradicate the empty sky, I added a little additional noise with the noise schedule. And I also added a starry sky prompt. These all turned out black and white, even though I did not specify that in the prompt. Quite nice, but this seed just gives me a lot of space. So I tried a different seed here. And also I turned off the zoom, and you can see that the zoom really helps the image vary. The image doesn't change as much if you don't have the zoom applied. So here I boosted the noise to see if that would give me more variation in the image, and it does to a certain extent give me more variation in the image, but without the zoom you get a relatively still image. And here's one where I added a very slight zoom and also added a third prompt. The other videos only had 2 prompts in them. This third prompt brings out a man, brings out a person, and you can see him there, sort of emerging. And the zoom is extremely, extremely slight. You can't really even perceive it, but I wanted to see if that would add variation to the image. You may have access to a premium GPU, which is going to make your video runs a lot faster, but it's going to burn through your compute hours a lot faster as well. So just be mindful of that and use it sparingly. Use it when you need quick results, but know that then later, if you really want quick results, you might be out of hours and have to use the standard GPU.